Chris Robinson, Brotherhood are in the studio. That was, what was that song? Hark the Herald Hermit Speaks.
The Herald Hermit. Hark, the Herald Hermit speaks.
That sounds very ye old,
Yeah,
some hobbitry.
Yeah. Well,
We like that stuff.
I'm trying to get on that old English show, but it's off the air now. But all I ever want to do is be on Time Team and like walk around with all the hippies and like dig up Roman villas and stuff.
What do you think of Richie Blackmore?
I think it's amazing that
Straw and hay.
Yeah, I'm into it, man.
Lutes.
You know what I mean? Whatever it takes to find joy in your life. You know what I mean?
True.
It's really true.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if it means, if I was that hip, I maybe would be walking around like it's medieval times too. You know what I mean? Like that sounds pretty cool. You got cool velvet clothes. It's cold where he lives. You need a thicker garment. I mean, I get it. But I really do mean like whatever makes you happy. You know, if that and like if that's.
I guess it's making him happy.
I mean,
he always seems miserable to me, though, Richie Blackmore.
Always has, right?
Right? Grumpy.
Yeah.
Angry guy.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
But he could get around on that Strat.
He's very tasty. Very tasty.
He really is.
So you're going to play another song for us?
We are.
You fine man. Oh, I just got to say, we did start off with Humble Pie, Oh La Di Da.
The great
Steve Marriott.
And not very tall. I never got to meet him.
He was such a laugh. But I could see how the band members probably like, he's always on. It's great if you've just met him, like when we was doing the Johnny Thunder session. We had a riot. I was in stitches. He's that guy, but that's 24/7.
Yeah. You don't get the moment of like, hey, by the way, how's your leg feel or whatever.
Or whatever. Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, how are you? How's things going with you? Man?
He was great, though, man. Steve Marriott. What a talent. What a waste.
It's amazing as we move along. You know, people. We DJ gigs, and we have we're into music and stuff. And we say it all the time. Whether it's I just watched the Johnny Winter documentary, bored out of my mind, and Derek Trucks, the great Derek Trucks, is in there, and he's like, "Oh, Johnny Winter'll be dead." I mean, he did subsequently die, but he'll be dead, and it'll be like, "Oh, he was a legend." But last Tuesday night, there was only 200 people at the Legends concert,
right.
And Derek's point was, "Go see the Legends."
Yeah,
might not be what it was, but these guys have something to offer, and you kind of, in a way, never, you know what I mean? You have to keep, like, especially people that keep doing it, like, and we live in this time where if anyone's not making you any money, it's like you don't exist, and that's just not, people talk about records and the music business, and we're being at Amoeba today, and I always say, if no one buys records, why do I have to wait in line at Amoeba to buy mine when I'm in there? Or, you know what I mean? Or whatever, if you wanted... DVD, whatever you want. That doesn't exist for people anymore, but for some reason, there's people lined up buying these things.
Yeah. Mount Resentment.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can all make a band.
Yeah,
called that.
Everyone will want in, though. You know what I mean? It'd be like,
can be a rotating membership.
Yeah, we'll have to fight Ray Davies just to keep out of the green room. You know what
Whoever's
I mean?
getting along that week is in the band. And then there has to be a fight to, oust some people by the end of it.
It'll be like David Lee Roth's here. He wants in on Mount Resentment. He can't come in.
We're booked. We're booked up this week.
Yeah.
Next week, maybe. we'll fit in.
Maybe some of.
Wait, Sammy Hagar's knocking. Hang on.
Everyone wants into this Mount Resentment band. Like, I never knew it would be so popular. Idea.
Oh man! So you're gonna play another song?
We will.
Off the new album?
This is, and it's a little something called "If You Had a Heart to Break."
Jonesy's Jukebox KLOS.
To a broken man, you gave assistance, only to take while the patient was in pain. Love as cruel ambition, is like a three-legged dog left out shivering in the rain. If you had a heart to break, I might find a tear to cry. Too easy to call it a mistake, too hard to know it was a lie. In my moment of need, the hourglass ran empty, and I found time as hard as stone. Well, you were somewhere else with someone different. Same cold eyes in brand new clothes. If you had a heart to break, I might find a tear to cry. Too easy to call it a mistake, too hard to know it was a lie. Yeah. Buttons, baubles, and string, and all that charity brings. Pretty things, petty little things. But you have held the whip, and you've held ransom in front of the idol you have defamed. Well, the last time I saw you, you called me handsome. Now I know. Just couldn't remember my name. If you had a heart to break, I might find a tear to cry. Too easy to call it a mistake, too hard to know